I don't cook pasta very often, so when I do, I gotta make something special.
Oh, he's making me hungry.
Freshly grated garlic.
Why are you making bechamel with garlic, by the way? You don't put garlic in bechamel.
To finish it off, I seasoned it with salt and a little bit of garlic powder.
More garlic? How much do you love garlic?
Notice that I did not drain the pasta. I want it nice and hot.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious. Oh my God, I want that.
Smell it. Oh, Lord.
The spaghetti don't look right, my friend. Look at that. They've broken the spaghetti. Look at that. They've broken the sad spaghetti.
Oh my God, that is insane.
Today we are reacting to Guga Foods, who made a $4,500 pasta. He calls it the god of all pastas. Let's watch it.
I don't cook pasta very often, so when I do, I gotta make something special.
Okay. I can see the cheese wheel, which is very nice.
Everything starts off with the cheese. As you can see, I got the whole wheel. Now this is not a cheese that you can buy in any supermarket. Now if you've never got a cheese wheel, let me tell you something. It is not easy to open.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cheese. And yes, it's not easy to open, but it's doable.
You gotta take your time and score the whole thing around. Once that's done, you go nice and easy with the knife until you cut the whole thing off.
You do need a specific knife for this because it makes it easy, okay? So don't attempt this with skinny knives. You need very strong, stable knives when you open a cheese wheel.
And take a look at this cheese. Oh, tasting it is something else.
Oh, he's making me hungry.
Now in order to cook the god of pasta, the first thing I needed to do is to create a cheese bowl.
So basically he's telling us that to make good pasta you need a cheese wheel. I don't agree, but the cheese wheel does help. If you do it the right way, it does help to make it cheesier.
Go nice and slow. The last thing we want is any of this wonderful cheese to go to waste. Because as soon as I got them out, I threw them in the food processor, blended as much as I could, and in the end, I had perfectly crumbled cheese.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Nothing goes to waste.
I will also be using this for the pasta. But that's not the only thing I love. We're talking about a Wagyu A5 ribeye.
Wow, wow, wow.
This is not a regular A5 Wagyu. It has actually been dry aged for 35 days.
Guys, I'm mouth-watering.
I'm
Mr. Guga did a carbonara with Wagyu. Is it authentic? No. Is it something I want to try? Ooh, yeah. Wagyu pasta, guys. It's really good. It's really, really good.
One of the most important things whenever you dry aging anything is to make sure you remove the outer crust. And as I do so, I try to minimize as much as I could.
Yeah, of course, you don't want to waste that, just a little bit.
This steak is not only expensive, but also extremely delicious. Once the trimming was done, the next thing to do was to chop up some fat. And that's because I'll be using all of this extra fat and putting it to good use.
Yeah, you get the oil out of that. The beef oil that gives the flavors to the pasta.
These little blocks of fat is like butter. And don't forget, we still have our steak left. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and pan sear it. I got my carbon steel pan nice and hot and threw in my steak. It is important to sear it quickly. So if your heat is too low, man, you're gonna overcook this thing.
So basically you want the steak to be super tender, very, very tender. Hey guys, Guga, he really knows how to cook the meat. Really good.
Check it out what I was left with in the end. Golden brown crust is the way to go. And now all there's left to do is to go ahead and chop this up. Now I'll be using this as a topping for our wonderful pasta.
It's like a crunchy guanciale, let's put it that way, for carbonara. What pasta are you making?
And don't forget, I was seeking for that fat. Look how much I had left on the pan, but we actually need more for our sauce.
It's very generous with the oil.
So I went ahead and dropped those little cubes we just cut up. And the important thing on this one is to keep the pan under medium heat. You don't want it too high.
Yeah, I agree. You want to do it gentle. Let it melt gently.
Remember, we're trying to render the fat nice and slow. As you can see, in the end I was left with a good amount of Japanese Wagyu A5 dry aged fat.
Wow, wow, wow.
Now the next thing to do is to make an incredible sauce with that Wagyu fat. First, I added the Wagyu fat right into the pan. Then I added a good amount of fresh...
He basically changed the saucepans. From one skillet to the saucepan and then to a skillet again. How many saucepans have you changed? Huh? You need one pan.
Freshly grated garlic.
I like grated garlic. The flavors are so much better than when you cut it with a knife. Ooh.
Medium-low heat. Right after, I added some all-purpose flour, mixed everything well and started to cook.
Is it making like a type of bechamel?
I only wish you could smell it. After cooking it for about 5 minutes, I went ahead and added some milk.
I mean, you have a cheese wheel, my friend, which is gonna become very creamy. Why are you making bechamel with garlic, by the way? You don't put garlic in bechamel.
And here's the important thing, you gotta keep whisking it under high heat. As you are doing so, the sauce is gonna start thickening up on you real quick. You see, we're doing something that it's called a bechamel.
My friend, you don't put garlic in bechamel. Don't put garlic everywhere. Bechamel is butter, flour, and nutmeg, and of course milk, okay? But you don't need garlic in bechamel. You don't need garlic, it's a cream. Do you buy cream from the shop and there's garlic in there? No.
Adding milk as much as necessary, because I was looking for the perfect consistency to make the sauce. And in the end, take a look. This is exactly what I was looking for.
I like his voice.
To finish it off, I seasoned it with salt and a little bit of garlic powder.
More garlic? How much do you love garlic? How much do you love garlic? There's no need to put garlic and on top of garlic.
That is it. My sauce is ready to go. Now let's talk about pasta. This is the one I'll be using today. Cooked it up until it was ready, as now the only thing left was to assemble. So I grabbed my cheese wheel and immediately threw in my hot pasta. Notice that I did not drain the pasta. I want it nice and hot.
Bravo, yeah, super hot. It goes straight in there. Bravissimo. Can I be honest? How are you mixing this pasta? Honestly, I don't understand. I think what you're doing now, the first process is to get the cheese melting so the pasta becomes cheesy. And then you put that in the bechamel with extra garlic. Is that what you're doing? Okay, let's see.
Then I added some of that grated cheese we just made in the beginning and vigorously mixed everything together.
What I suggest to do now, because I've just learned this recently, you can watch my video where I actually cook risotto in the cheese wheel, and I'll show you also how to open the cheese wheel. It's best to use a fork and a spoon in this case and do it quickly, like if you do Alfredo pasta, like very quickly, fork and spoon, because with the tongue it doesn't work. You need the spoon to kind of go on the cheese. So when you scrub the cheese with a spoon, you get more cheese melting, and the fork helps to move. So that's the type of movement, okay? In my video, which you can watch here, where I do the risotto in the wheel, I use 2 spoons because it's risotto. But for pasta, use 1 spoon and 1 fork. And that way, you get a lot of cheese melting. Underneath the pasta, that cheese is melting. But if you don't touch that cheese, it's not gonna come off and be absorbed by the pasta. You do need to scrape it a little bit in order to get that cheese moving, turn into cream, and then it gets absorbed by the pasta.
Once combined, I went ahead and threw in the sauce. Since everything is nice and hot, it started melting the cheese even more. Once that was done, the only thing left...
It's a bit dry because of this reason, like you're using tongue and you don't get that. There is no point to use a cheese wheel if you don't scrape the cheese, okay, when you put the heat in there. Another recommendation is, for hygiene reasons, you don't want to put too many ingredients in the cheese wheel because, well, today you use truffle, tomorrow you use meat, then you use vegetables, then you use fish. It's too much. So what I say is, first put the pasta in there, make it cheesy. When it's becoming very, very cheesy, you can mix it with the rest of your ingredients in a different pan. I recommend you to do that. So that way we keep the cheese wheel clean for future cooking experiences.
Was to add that Japanese Wagyu A5 dry-aged steak we just cooked previously. Add a little bit of parsley around for decoration.
Yeah, see, I know you want to do the decoration, it's a video, you're showing off here, and it makes sense. But if you put parsley now in the cheese wheel, the next time you're cooking in the cheese wheel, you still have that parsley. Do not put ingredients in the cheese wheel. Leave the cheese wheel cheesy, and we don't want to do cross-contamination. That's what I recommend. But you know, you can do whatever you want.
that, my friends, is the god of pasta. Do you think there's any possibility that this is not gonna be fantastic? Well, you just wait for us to taste it, but not before we actually make an appetizer.
I think it's going to be fantastic. I will make it a different way, but I think it's a great pasta. The god of all pastas? No, my friend, sorry, no. It's expensive because you use the Wagyu, because you use the cheese wheel, which is an expensive cheese. I'm not sure if you use a top quality pasta, but the bechamel is wrong. I'm sorry, you never put garlic in the bechamel. So we need to work on this a little bit, Guga, and I love your channel. Guga, I love your channel, I love everything you do, but leave the pasta to me, please, okay? Cook the pasta very nice and hot. You get the pasta straight into the cheese wheel with a little bit of water, hot water. Scrape with a spoon and move with a fork, and you get that beautiful creamy pasta. And then you transfer the pasta back in the saucepan, toss it with the bechamel sauce, without garlic and the meat, and then you serve. Otherwise your pasta becomes way too dry, and you don't want that.
Cannot tell you how excited I am to eat this.
This thing is no joke, alright? So I gotta tell you guys what it is because it's not an experiment, alright?
Come on, eat please. Stop talking.
It's
The appetizer?
appetizer.
You know what? No.
Don't tell me you start from the appetizer because the pasta is gonna be super dry. You won't be able to get a fork of pasta. Everything will come up together. Everything is stuck together. That's what the bechamel does, my friend. It gets stuck. It dries up.
For an angel.
I'm
Grab
gonna
it.
grab one right in the middle.
We're gonna allow Leo to experience this. You ready, Leo?
I'm ready.
I want you to describe to them what it's like.
Okay.
The god of steaks. Cheers, everybody.
everyone. Cheers.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious. Oh my god, I want that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is insane.
That is delicious, but now it's time for this. Now it should be nice,
finally.
thick and rich.
He didn't show us how to get the pasta out. I'm very curious because that pasta is stuck. The pasta got stuck together. It's extremely dry. I know it's a video, but be careful when you cook pasta, okay? Because you need to serve it straight away, especially when you have creams like bechamel.
Experiences today, Leo. You ready?
Oh yeah. I was born for this moment.
Smell it. Oh Lord.
The spaghetti don't look right, my friend. Look at that. They're broken, the spaghetti. Look at that. They're broken, the sad spaghetti. Why are they broken? Huh? Did you cut the spaghetti like you cut a steak? Huh? Don't cut the spaghetti, please.
Smell like heaven, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, I like that face. Watch it again.
Oh my god.
Oh god. This is,
I love it.
it's super creamy.
Super.
Yes.
The consistency is almost thick, almost.
Yeah, almost
Right?
thick.
And I think it goes awesome with these little bits. It's a win, I think. This is a win.
No, this
Yeah.
is more than a win. This is overkill. This is insane.
You inspiring me, Guga, now to make a cheese wheel pasta using Wagyu. This is sensational. This meat is probably the best meat I ever seen in my life, and I want to eat it. And I wish I can cook meat like you. $4,500 god pastas? No. Sorry, you can't say that. I won't spend that much money to have this result. Sorry. And if I spend this much money to make this cheesy pasta, there's no talking involved. I cook, you eat straight away.
Everybody, it is extremely for a special occasion. You've been asking me for a while, Leo, for the god of steaks. I said, I can't just cook the god of steaks. Let's go ahead and cook the god of pasta. That's basically what that is.
Goodness.
Yeah, okay, Guga, there's nothing wrong I can say to you. All I can say, my friend, is next time follow the pasta cooking techniques, because there are techniques you need to follow. It will be a much better experience. I can see that your plate, unfortunately, is dry. You're not enjoying as much, but if this was served straight away, maybe it would have been a better experience.
All my Italian friends are probably going to be upset with me, you know what I mean? Because it's not authentic at all.
No, it's not about the authentic, my friend. Guga, it's not about the authentic. I love you and will always love you. It's not about the fact that it's not authentic. You can create, you can come up with beautiful ideas as long as you follow the technique and the methods, okay? The mistakes here are the garlic and the bechamel. You're offending French people here because bechamel is from France. Really, probably Italians use it more than French. And we love bechamel. And there is no nutmeg. You need nutmeg in the bechamel. The second, like I said, you put the pasta in a cheese wheel, but you didn't scrape the cheese in the cheese wheel, so you didn't get any cheese. You didn't get any benefits from the cheese wheel because you used a tongue. Then you did cross-contamination by adding all the ingredients in the cheese wheel. So no, I will say no. In my house, I don't want to do this. In your house, do what you want. But I'm here to tell you how to make it better. The fact that it's not authentic, that's not a problem. I mean, a Wagyu like that, it makes you forget anything. Because a Wagyu, that beautiful, who cares if the pasta is dry? Who cares if the bechamel has garlic? Who cares if the pasta is not cheesy? All I want is the beautiful Wagyu, cooked by you, Guga.
Whenever you ever use Wagyu fat to make a bechamel sauce, everybody. Not only the most expensive dish I've ever made in my life, but I can honestly say one of the most delicious one we had.
Bravo, 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 bravo. I will try and make the carbonara with Wagyu just like what you did now. It's beautiful. It's really, really, really beautiful.
Like top 3 right here.
I agree, 100%, if not number 1, everybody. That's how delicious this is.
My God, guys, invite me to your channel. Let me make a pasta for you, please. If this is how happy you are with a pasta, man, I have to make pasta for you. Let me tell you, I want to make a beautiful pasta with meat cooked by you, Guga. And I'm gonna make your pasta you can't refuse. I will make your pasta you won't stop dreaming about. Please invite me to your channel to make pasta with you. Come on, guys, write a comment to Guga's video. Tell him, invite Vincenzo. Come on. I'm in Italy for 3 more months. Come to Italy, I'll wait for you here. We cook pasta together, okay? Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I love Guga and he needs to know that I love him, but don't mess with my pasta. See you in the next Vincenzo's Plate reaction video. E ora si mangia Vincenzo's Plate.